BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from pro, college basketball, UFC, MMA, and more. You always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. With live betting options, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport or game imaginable. Bet Online is truly the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite leagues and events. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and receive a 50% off welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure you use the promo code BLEAV, BLEAV, to receive your rewards. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts, was a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio. Back on the Bossman Show, friend of the show, North Texas Mean Green, Grant McCasland, but I'm sure he has on his silver and blue like I do right now for our Dallas Cowboys. Coach, how you doing, man?
Bossman, man, it's been a while since we've had this run, and that Tom Brady game scared us, man. It had us on our heels a little bit, but man, Dak showed up.
Yes, he did. Hey, T.Y. Hilton, C.D. Lamb, Dalton Schultz, all those guys, Micah, from Atlanta, Dan Quinn, I know first Dan Quinn. I mean, hey, let's get it. Hey, let's ruffle this guy's feathers, this Purdy guy. Says let's get him unraveled. Come on now.
We like this draw. We like this draw.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Coach, man, how is life treating you down there in Denton, man? I see you got some great wins already in conference play, 6-6-2. Rice coming up here tomorrow night. So how's things going in your world, man?
Yeah, it's going well. Just to kind of recap the season, we had one of our best offensive teams returning. Reuben Jones started and averaged 33 minutes a game at the point. Abu Usman started and played. We had Tyler Perry, who was a first-team all-conference. And so we felt like, and Aaron Scott, we felt like we had enough returners with this group that it could be our most talented offensive group. But to start the season, we had some sickness. Tyler Perry missed the first couple of games. Reuben Jones missed the first month with knee surgery. So all the experience we had coming back didn't play early. And it really took us a little while to kind of get our experience level where we needed to win. We went to the Bahamas and had a great tournament, and that kind of started the experience to turn. And then since we've been in conference play, our league's the best it's been since we've been here. It's the highest rated our league has been. It's the best non-conference win percentage in Conference USA since we've been here. And so it's just a tough conference. And we're sitting, at I think 6-2. Is that what we are? 6-2. I don't know. You just try to figure out what the next one is. And I know our guys have prepared. We've got one of the best defenses in the country, and our offense is continuing to click. We've made some progress the last couple of weeks. So looking to finally get to our best here. And I think our ceiling's extremely high with this group. And we've got some newcomers that are starting to really understand how we're going to win, and they're starting to gain confidence. So just think our best days are ahead of us, and excited about this run in February and March.
And Grant, like you said, man, fans don't understand that they're saying this, man, that, hey, it's a new team each year. Has to find their way, new adversity each year. And having your experience being out early, I think it's going to help you on the back end, because those guys played and are ready to play, which speaks to your staff, their mindset, their development, because as you and I both know, injuries happen, stuff happens. You need guys who are not playing to be ready to play when called upon. And I think that'll help you February and March, what's going on so far.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. experience is huge in learning how to win. And guys like Matthew Stone, Kai Huntsberry, Tyree Eady, Jaden Martinez, all those guys. Stone played a little bit last year, but those other three guys are brand new this year and were transfers. So they got thrown into the fire. We played at St. Mary's, basically had 6 guys ready to play. And, they learned how hard it's going to be in order to win on the road. And since those times, you can just tell that we're gaining confidence.
And you all play some tight, close games here, man, which you and I both know this. You can't practice that in practice. And even though you can do it in practice situationally, but it's not the same as having a live jersey with referees, with a game on the line, win or else. So talk about being able to go through those fires here early, having close games. Some go your way, some not, but maybe use it to teach to as you go in February and March here.
Yeah, well, ultimately, you do have to lean on experience when you get in those close games, right? And we've had some where we've hit the panic button and we've done some things out of character. And that's what's great learning experience is you got to have a composure to you at the end of games because things don't work out perfectly. You watch it every game in college basketball and you need to learn to trust each other in those scenarios. And sometimes the natural instinct at the end of games is to go faster. And sometimes it's about learning to utilize your team versus another team's strengths. And that takes some patience. And to your point, it takes experience. And other teams do different things. We can practice the way we practice most of the time, and they see how we guard or they see how we play offense. But you get in games and other people have different strengths, so you got to learn through those experiences. So we've gotten to the end of some games, and we've really come through and had some guys make some phenomenal plays. And then we've got to the end of some games, and we've not played it as well. And to your point, I think the key to having a great team is learning. You learn in wins and you learn in losses. You never think you have it all figured out, and your heart has to be open to wanting to get better. And that's what I love about this team the most. They really do love each other, and they really do have a heart to learn.
No doubt. And I think fans get this sometimes, Grant, is that, hey, it's possessions here. It's so close, talent so close. It's coaching. It's not coaching. It's really possessions. We got to get a rebound here, that I block out here, that I close out the right way here, that I reach in. So it's really a possession game determines the top teams, the lower ranked teams, because basically who win close games, and basically it's all about possessions. Value in the basketball there.
Definitely championship basketball is that way. I mean, you watch these games, man, they come down and we've had the blessing of playing in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. And last year we played in the NIT. You got long media timeouts. You get to games and it comes down to 2 or 3 possessions, and you'd like for we went into the season, Bossman, trying to play faster. And we had practiced all summer, Arizona's system. Tommy Lloyd's one of my dear friends, and we tried to implement it in the summer. But then we got to the fall, and I told you we had those injuries to Tyler Perry and Reuben Jones, and then we got sick. And we had one bout of the flu and one bout of COVID in the first month of the season. So we had guys not playing in addition to those 2 guys being out. And we couldn't play that way that we had practiced. And so we learned more than anything that we're just going to find a way to win these games in lower possessions. I would like to play a little quicker with this group because I do trust their offense ability. And I do know that this team has the capability of pushing the ball, but we know you get to these games that are really important and they come down to 1 or 2 possessions of, do you execute the little game plan?
No doubt. I want to highlight Mr. Perry, man. He's scoring the ball for you really well, man. And he missed those 2 games, but he's scoring the ball for you. You lead the score. Talk about what he really brings to your team on and off the court, man. His leadership ability, his way he plays the game, his spirit for the game of basketball.
He's one of the most remarkable guys I've ever coached. I mean, when you look at him, he's 5'10", with some shoes on. He's a good athlete, right? But a great basketball athlete. And it's not like he's going to go dunk on you. It's not what he does. But his change of pace and his ability to get fouled, and then ultimately his leadership and his charisma separate him. He's such a good basketball player. But the thing I think that he's been for us is he's just been such a clutch player. I mean, when he gets the ball late in games and late in the clock, he can find a way to get a shot off. And it is size. It's remarkable. And he makes it. I mean, he's the most efficient offensive player we've had since we've been here with the minutes and usage he's played, which is remarkable. I mean, he's shooting in conference play, shooting 50% from three, which if you're handling the ball as much as he is and that much attention, he's been getting double teamed to shoot 50% from three, shooting 83% from the free throw line. He's shooting 47% on the season from three, and everybody knows he shoots. I mean, it's really a testament to how hard he works. He works out 2 times a day. He's in the gym all the time. His best friends are our managers because they're always in the gym with him. He's just got a remarkable work habit that's allowed him to have big success and big moments, and he's made some of the biggest shots in school's history.
No doubt, man. I want to ask you about one more guy, man, is Kai, man. Kai's another guy like your team, man. Talk about that young man as well, man.
Yeah, honestly, he's got a wild story. He was born in New Orleans, but because of Katrina, they moved to California. He ended up playing junior college in California, but when COVID hit, he took a year off. He had some family things that he needed to attend to, and then went to a Division II school called UMary in North Dakota, and was there for a year and was their leading scorer. And I flew up to North Dakota after our season last year and met him. And I came back and I told him, I love this guy. I just loved his personality. He's infectious. He's just fun loving. He loves the game. He loves basketball. And when we brought him on campus, he fit with our guys, but he also just has a joy to him in the way he lives. And so he and Tyler are great because they're both like real fun loving guys, but they also have the ability to score the ball, and they also have the ability to make plays for other people. So I think the biggest thing for Kai is his impact has been his ability to learn and never get frustrated when things aren't going good. Because if you go look back at his numbers earlier in the year, I mean, when Kai was the only point guard we had and we had those other guys out, he was out there just handling the ball for 40 minutes, trying to figure out how to do it by himself. And so he just didn't get discouraged. He kind of hung in there and hung in there. He comes every day and just practices really hard. He practices so hard. And so he's finally starting to feel the composure of not just playing hard, but being able to read the nuances of the game as it goes on. And his ceiling's super high. He can make threes. He can finish at the rim. He can make all the ball screen reads, and he's got some physicality. And so far this season, the most underrated part of him is he's been our best on-ball defender. So, man, I love his heart for our team, and I think he's probably got some of the greatest improvements that someone can make on our team down the stretch. He's got the willingness, and he's capable of improving even more than what he's done up to this point.
You got Rice tomorrow night, Grant. Tell me about that team. What's on field from Scott Parra, his guys, man.
Yeah, well, an elite offensive team and a great defensive team. They play with a tempo and pace and feel that will really put you on your heels. They get to the free throw line and score 7 more points than the opponent from the free throw line. So it's an attacking, spacing, ball movement. They're forward that plays the center position, 5 position, plays on the perimeter, and he's the passer. He leads them in rebounding and assists. So it's unique that they got a big guy away from the basket who's doing all the passing and distributing for them. So it's a unique preparation game. Just have a lot of respect for them because they play. They've been down 16 on the road. They've been down 18 in 1 games. So anytime you can have that kind of resiliency, you've got that spurt ability to win games even when you get down. So we'll have to play our best game at home in order to beat them.
No doubt, man. It's Grant, man. But you are moving conferences, man, next year. How has recruiting changed for you for guys who want to come play for your program, knowing you've been in the AAC now? And how has it changed how you evaluate guys here in their term here that you all want to get down the road?
Yeah, well, I do think it's a huge benefit. I think the American conferences, you can look in the history of their ability to get more teams into the tournament and win games in the tournament. You can't argue with that. And that's the ultimate goal for these teams is how do you win your league first and foremost, and then how do you get in the NCAA tournament and play postseason basketball? And so the American definitely puts us in a great position to do that. And then long term, I think we still want to get our guys that love hoops. I mean, because you got to love the game. So we're gonna really do our best to evaluate that. But we're close to the Metroplex. I think the teams that will play, they'll garner respect. And I think people want to play in the greatest conferences, and obviously the American's a great conference. But that's for another day. When you're in the middle of the season, you put your heart into this, and we're thankful to be in Conference USA, and we have a lot of respect for the teams in this league, and we got our hands full in order to finish this one off.
No doubt, I agree. Like I told you before you guys, so I'm loving being in town, man. The Hawks and the Mavs tonight. Hopefully, be a good game tonight between Luka and Trae Young, man. I'll be hoping you get the win tomorrow night as well, my brother. And go Cowboys on this weekend, man.
Man, great catching up with you, man. Enjoy your trip down here and go Cowboys.
All right, buddy. See you soon, man.
Later, brother.
All right, now. BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from pro, college basketball, UFC, MMA, and more. You always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. With live betting options, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport or game imaginable. BetOnline is truly the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite leagues and events. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and receive a 50% off welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure you use the promo code BLEAV, BLEAV, to receive your rewards. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts, was a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio.